Let's do this.
SheLift, it's an organization that brings together girls with physical differences to
Oh my God.
kind of push some boundaries a little bit and get them to open up a little bit.
No. It won't go. It won't go. I'm here because I want to meet some girls that have other disabilities so I can be more confident in myself. I haven't been as confident as I am right now. There have been people that were bullying me, and they would call me names, they would talk to me behind my back. I didn't have anyone to relate to that had my syndrome. And I would say, Mom, is there somebody that you know that I can at least talk to?
I don't want her to feel alone. It completely upsets me, and I'm torn apart.
What up? I'm Natalie. Come on in.
I used to think that everything was fine, and then realizing that I wasn't okay with myself came when I was like, wow, I don't
Post pictures of myself online that show my arm.
And one day
I got to SheLift, and I could see all these posts from all these girls that looked like me. And it was pretty much right then and there that I was just like, that's incredible, this is gonna change my life, and I know it's gonna change my life.
Hi.
Oh, hello. I'm buddying up with Ava, and I'm gonna be mentoring her. We're doing it, Ava, we're doing it.
I'm Natalie. I'm from Western Massachusetts. We are in Park City, Utah for the SheLift Summit, and I am so stoked for it. I'm looking forward to diving into activities with people and making new friends here this weekend. Oh, hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh my gosh, it's so nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Heather.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Are you excited? What are you most excited for?
The Alpine slide.
Oh, I know you're most excited for the Alpine slide. We're not gonna talk about that.
I'm Ava, I'm 12 years old, and I'm from Staten Island, New York. I have nail patella syndrome, which is a very rare syndrome. It affects my arms, which only extend 90 degrees, and my thumb and pointer fingernails, which are shaped differently, along with my tendons, my eyes, and my joints. I'm here because I wanted to meet some girls that do have other disabilities. I wanted to make friends with them so I can be more confident in myself.
I'm really excited to buddy up with Ava. It's kind of the idea that we get to hang out for the weekend and connect about any struggles that we've had, anything that we worry about, any insecurities. And also, I want to connect with her on like really proud moments that her and I have both had. We're very far apart in age, and she might have had an awesome moment at 11 years old that I haven't had yet.
We're all here. Tonight is just about getting to know one another and having fun, and then tomorrow and Sunday is gonna be full-on activities. Push yourselves this weekend. That's kind of what SheLift is all about. See what you're really capable of. If you're scared, try it. You're surrounded by women and girls who've been through what you've been through or are about to go through what you have gone through. So share some advice, ask questions, lean on this group for support.
SheLift is an organization that I started about 4 years ago to help young girls and women of all abilities realize that they can discover their confidence and self-esteem through recreation. Really, it was rooted in my personal experience of discovering what was possible having only one arm. I wanted to be able to share some of those experiences with other girls who have limb differences or different ability levels. It's also about the emotional work, and it's so much about helping girls discover their confidence and their self-esteem, because growing up with a physical difference, or whether you experience having a physical difference later in life, really impacts the way we view ourselves. So being able to bring these women together and help them cultivate confidence and community in their differences is what the magic of SheLift is all about.
This is Claire.
I'm Ava.
What's your name?
Hi.
It's so important that parents also find their community and find support for what they're going through, which is why it's also so important that with SheLift, we're targeting moms.
You know, she does talk, but she waits. When she can't handle it and she's gonna start to cry, then she'll talk about it. But it's the buildup. As a mother of a daughter with a physical difference, I am here just to be a part of a community where I can speak about times that maybe she's come to me with a concern that I didn't know how to answer, and how to really give advice to her. I kind of need someone to be like, I've gone through this, I've been through this, you know, we're in this together.
Cheers, guys!
What's up?
So today's day 2, super early, very tired, but I'm excited. We're starting with the yoga this morning, and then we're gonna go over into the ropes courses, do some archery. I was born with amniotic band syndrome, which is when there's tissue that forms inside of the amniotic sac. And in my case, it just went right to the end of my arm and stunted the growth of it. When I was a kid, I would always try and hide my arm in school. I would carry around a sweatshirt all the time in my left arm. I refused to show anybody a picture of me and my body from the chest down or the left side of me. If any of my friends posted a picture of me online without my approval, I'd have a complete panic attack. But I kept a lot of that to myself. I feel like I have a lot of growing to do. And I hope that this weekend, all of the girls and the moms that I meet are gonna kind of help me along with that, and I can relate to them and, you know, really kind of have that sense of community.
The things that are difficult for me are I can't reach high things because my arms, they can't extend. There are also things that people can't see because they're on the inside. So leg pains, I would have stomach pains. I hope to learn that it doesn't matter even if someone has a disability, that they can't do something, and that if I fail one try, I can always keep going and just be confident in myself and keep on trying till I reach that certain goal.
And we're going to the rock climbing, the ropes course, the archery. Is that where you're gonna be like, I got this. I'm gonna smoke all of you.
I'm probably gonna take my time first, and then when I get used to it, I might just like try to aim for certain types of goals if I can get to the top. So when you were younger, did you think that you had something to prove, like with your disability?
I felt like I had to show people that I was able to do things, you know. I definitely had to work harder to do those things, but I had to show everybody like, yeah, I can do it. I'm just fine, you know. So a little bit, a little.
Please, if you see her, and if you don't see her water bottle on her, ask her where it is and just remind her to just keep hydrated and keep drinking, because I'm worried because last week she was not doing well.
A part of her syndrome?
Yeah. Parenting any child is difficult, but parenting a child with a physical difference and even one that has also additional health issues is really, really challenging.
Set to go.
And it's hard to talk to other people at home who aren't experiencing the same thing that you are. But these women really can relate to me, can relate to my child, and we can relate to each other, which is life-changing.
Not super tight. I need the rest of the arm that I have.
You might want to try to get them. I'm Kim, I'm 26, and I'm from Chicago. This is my 4th SheLift retreat. I was actually on the first SheLift retreat where we went skiing in Aspen, Colorado. I've had an opportunity to come back as a mentor. I think it's really great that the younger girls are able to see what their lives can be like when they're older.
All right, let's do this.
So this year, Natalie is buddied up with Ava, and I think it's super cool that Ava has more mentors to look up to and that Natalie's kind of taken her under her wing.
So it looks bigger now that I'm closer, and feeling a little more nervous. But I got this. It's so hard to look up.
I don't know how high it is, but it does seem pretty high. If there are any challenges, maybe the rock wall, reaching up for some high things, like going across some planks, because I can't really reach that far. Ready?
Let's do this.
Yeah, Ava.
I might have to go.
You can get your right leg up a little bit.
My right arm gets extremely overused. I don't have another hand to take the load off of this one. I'm holding everything, pulling everything, pushing, lifting, all with one hand. I'm always dealing with back problems and tingling and nerve issues. Oh my God.
Ava is almost at the top. She's got maybe 2 steps to go, and then she's made it.
Keep it going.
Yeah, be there.
Alrighty.
But she's also very close. Yeah, Ava! Ava's at the top!
Good. You guys
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice job!
Holy.
Okay, I think.
Yeah, Nat.
Do you want to go, or you want me to go? You want to go?
Do you want to go? Do you want to be up there with her?
All right, I'll go. I might not get very far. I want to be able to have these experiences with her, which I'm dreadfully afraid of heights. So what I'm doing and trying to teach Ava is resilience and just continue to be really brave.
Everything's gonna be okay. You just have to believe.
Oh, I don't think I can do this.
Do you want one of us to go across with you? Because that's easy too. That's it. You're good. See?
Oh my God, my whole body is shaking.
So you're, the other
Oh
foot
my God, I can't do it.
You're good. Don't look down. Just
I'm
look straight
looking
ahead.
straight
Look
down.
ahead.
Being on the rope course kind of sucked. I expected it to be easier. I was in so much pain going up the rock climbing wall. And then getting myself across that beam was terrifying. I just felt like I had no feeling in my entire body. Oh my God. Oh my God, sorry, I'm so sweaty. Oh my God, okay.
Ava, come on. Ava, if I could do it, you could do it. Ava, it's easy.
You're good. There you go.
Go, Ava,
Hey,
you got it,
hey,
girlie.
you're good.
Watch your step.
Just like stairs, okay? Now just stare dead. Hey.
Oh my God.
What? So Natalie and I talked about coffee mugs. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Oh my God, it's not moving.
Hey, you're good.
It won't go.
You're okay. What? Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Yay!
Oh, hey, you're making it look easy. You okay?
Good.
Go.
All right. You can do it. Hold my hand. It's easy.
No.
Come on.
You okay?
She's good. You want to hold my hand?
No.
Hold my hand.
No.
No?
No. It won't go. It won't go.
It will go. Good. You got this. Woo! Yes, girl.
Awesome, babe.
You did it. Try to run. Good. Yeah, give it a little more force. Awesome. Awesome. You did it. Yay.
When Natalie, Kim, and my mom were up there, so we were all giving positive messages like, you can do it and stuff.
You did it.
Yeah.
I have learned about myself that even though I get scared, I feel that I should just keep on going and set that goal.
Look at you going, no hands. I'm
Yeah.
what was your favorite part of the ropes course? Was that what it's called, a ropes course?
I think the rock wall and the zip line.
So I was watching you from down below, and I was like, oh my God, like Ava is really good. And then she passed Natalie.
So I was watching you from down below as well, Ava, and I'm on the same wall as you. I'm sitting there hanging, trying to get feeling back in my limbs. I'm just watching Ava cruise up the wall, and I was like, yeah, you got this. I need to get it together.
Do you feel proud of yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would like never do that. So.
Do you not want people to see you, or?
Not really. But like when I was younger, I didn't really have confidence in myself because of my disability.
How'd you feel here?
I felt like I didn't need to hide my arms. I felt like I can just like do it the way that I do and no one will like judge me.
Yeah, because everyone here gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you experience different things like when you're at school or with people who don't have physical differences?
When I was younger, I had like the most people that would judge me. When I was in school, they would make fun of me saying that I was a bird, or they would really like bully me so bad that I would go to the bathroom and just cry the whole time.
I used to love to like sing and dance and get up on stage and perform, and I was like in our talent show in middle school, and I like just got done. I like felt so good with like the routine we did, and one of like the girls came up and was like, those boys in the back of the room were like imitating you and like waving their arms around. Like those just really hurtful. Like it hurt my feelings a lot, and I didn't really like talk to anyone about it because like it was embarrassing to me.
For almost my entire life, I put on this like show of whenever anybody would say anything negative to me that like, it's nothing, it doesn't matter, it doesn't bother me, but like, it does every single time. My friends would be like, oh, like, forget him, he's not a big deal, whatever. And I'd be like, no, it's fine. And I would make a little joke out of it.
Are you worried about it at all? Like, has that even crossed your mind?
What?
Going into junior high and like going into high school, like?
It's not really like priority that I think will like bother me, but I do worry about it. Maybe boys won't like me because I have this disability, and then if one boy talks about me, they'll keep bringing it up throughout the whole school year.
Yeah, I know. That's totally stuff that I worried about too. And it sucked because kind of while I was in school, I experienced that with the boys that I went to school with.
But I've actually really never had any guys like explicitly say that they wouldn't like me because of my arm. I think that's something that I've made up in my head. But I think, not to brag, but we all have like super good personalities, right? That like you're gonna see how smart and funny and adventurous you are, and how like much determination you have like doing something, and like the right person is gonna like all of those things a lot more.
She like took my arm and she was like,
So often, women who come to SheLift have never met somebody that looks like them or has experienced life the way that they've experienced it. So for the first time, these women are meeting somebody that they can share in their life experiences with, and they can talk about some of the shared commonalities that only they understand.
What is your advice to like prevent, girls from having to like jump in or like fall into the first person that is willing to be okay with their physical difference?
Sometimes when you have a physical difference, your automatic default is to be like, oh, well, I didn't place because of my arm. And I think dating is similar. It's like if you get rejected, it's like, oh, because I have one arm, he doesn't want to date me anymore. And I had to start thinking about like, oh no, maybe actually he's rejecting me because I had a bad attitude. Or maybe it's because like we weren't a fit or weren't a match. There are reasons why, and you have to get honest with yourself about some of that. So
I think as young girls come into their adolescent years, society just starts to make girls analyze their bodies in different ways. And for me in particular, knowing that I had one arm and I didn't know anyone else that did, and I didn't see anyone else in media that had one arm, it was hard as a young 20-year-old to go out and date. And this was also around the time when people started doing online dating. I'd never wanted to show my arm. I would never show it in photos. And I didn't know this, but at the time I had a friend who was nominating me for The Bachelor. And so when casting directors called me and they said, we'd love to have you on, I had to make a decision. I'm so afraid of being seen for who I am, and I'm afraid for people seeing my arm. Going on a national television show, I'm gonna be seen. And I realized if I can go on this show and show the world who I am and not hold back and not hide my arm, then there'd be no more hiding at all. And it would finally be like my coming out story. I started getting so many messages from women all across the world. And I would get messages from moms and dads and aunts and uncles, sisters, saying they loved watching my life experiences. They loved seeing me go on hikes and go skiing, and they wanted to know how they could have the confidence to do that too. I was like, wow, there's a lot of women that think they aren't capable of going on a hike. And here I am, somebody that can not necessarily like teach them how to rock climb, but I can connect them to the people that can.
Yeah.
Hi guys, how's it going?
How are you? Good to see you.
Hi. Good morning.
Are you like beat? Are you sore?
I'm a little sore on my back, but
Your
I'm
back
good,
sore?
yeah.
What about your legs?
Not really.
No, my whole body from here up is in so much pain. I haven't done that much physical activity in a really long time. I'm glad we're sitting down today and just going with the flow.
You have to like move your body.
Okay, so see how he's like holding it with two hands in between his legs?
So today we are going to the Alpine slide with Natalie, and it seems like you're going down in a cart on the slide, and I've heard some stories that it goes pretty fast.
Watching people go down, they're going pretty swiftly, and there's these turns that kind of bring the cart up around on the side. We're not being held in by anything, so it's a little nerve-wracking, but we'll make it through, maybe in a couple pieces, but we got this.
I feel like I'll do the slower one, and then if anything, if say we go again, we'll do it. Yeah.
If we go, yeah.
So I can just get the feel of the slide.
Okay, here we go.
All times forward is go, backward is break. You have to push it
I can't extend my arm.
like this.
Over this weekend, I've seen such a difference in Ava. Being so happy and positive just filled my heart with so much joy. However, I am concerned with going into her tween years. She's going to be dealing with many different things that she didn't as a younger child. It's tough to try to always stay positive on the outside when internally, I have a pit of worry.
What do you worry about most with Ava?
I'm worried that, as she gets older and she's excluded from certain things, it's like these are the things that crush me because, how was it for you? Were you treated differently or?
Yeah, I mean, by some people, but not by every single person.
Yeah.
And I had the best friends all throughout school.
Yeah. Now, what about dances and things like that?
So it wasn't weird to go with a group of your girlfriends to dances and partner up with somebody once you got there.
Right.
And for junior high and the beginning of high school, I think that's how we all kind of did it. Though I did worry about how boys would see me, if they would think that I was pretty enough for them. When boys are that young, that's what they're looking for, looks.
I know that that's going to be my tough time with her. I mean, everyone gets, is heartbroken, multiple times throughout your life. But I know that I'm going to take it harder, and I'm going to have to keep her positive. So did you ever talk about it with your mom, or was it just kind of, no, it was like your friends, or you just internalized it all?
Internalized everything. I didn't want to talk to my mom, my dad, nobody like that about dating in general. So having this group of girls, if I had this, I think I would have felt so much better about it. And hearing their experiences with guys and making new friends even, hearing that from them and what they went through, I think would have helped me a lot. And I want to be able to do that for Ava.
And I love that.
I always want to be able to do that for Ava.
Really emotional because so I'm thankful.
I know.
I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
Give me a hug.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to have met you.
Look at you! Give me
You
a
know what that
spin.
means?
Give me a spin.
Yeah.
Dang, girl, you look good.
Thank you.
So are you old T-Swift or new T-Swift?
No.
New T-Swift.
The food truck is ready, and when it starts to cool down, we're gonna move over to the bonfire. So for now, just hang out and have fun, and we'll go from there. The SheLift Summit is only 4 days. Yes, it's gone in the blink of an eye, but these girls have formed lifelong friends, and they've pushed their physical limits, and even though we're saying goodbye tomorrow, a lot of these girls have already changed for the rest of their lives.
Well, we're at the end of the SheLift retreat, and it's been exciting, it's been terrifying, it's been really heartfelt, and my main goal with Ava was to be there for her, and I think that I have accomplished that. I had in my mind that I was gonna be this mentor for this little girl and guide her through life, but she's dealing with a lot of things that I'm also dealing with right now. So I'm gonna lean on her, she's gonna lean on me, and that's how it's gonna go.
I am overwhelmed with such gratitude for the friendships that I formed this weekend. I have such a sense of security knowing that there are young women who will be such a sense of support for me and for Ava. You know, I know she doesn't always want to come to me or, you know, to John, because we're her parents, so it makes me happy. I know I'm crying, but it's happy tears, really, that she'll have people to go to talk to.
I'm feeling very sad because I'm gonna miss all my friends. Well, it's so amazing to meet Natalie because she's a very fun person to hang out with, and I feel that it's very easy to talk to her in certain situations.
Text her and send us the picture.
Call me whenever you want. We can get together for dinner, hang out for the day.
Safe travels, you guys.
Thank you. I'm not too concerned about going back to school because I do feel strong that if someone comes up to me, I'll be able to tell them, this is me, you can't judge me, because SheLift encourages you to be yourself and stand up for who you are, and that's what I feel that I am, and I shouldn't let anybody stop me.
Attitude was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.